everyone would please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our next order of business is the administration of oath of office to our newly elected Board of Education members. Mr. Colrufo will call your name if you would come right up to this table.
So we're going alphabetical order. So first we can have Randy Hoyt come on up.
I, Randy Hoyt, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education member according to the best of my ability.
Next, if we can have Bud Murphy come on up.
I, Leonard Murphy, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of Board of Education member according to the best of my ability.
Or we'll have to skip over Tim. The next we will have Ken Sherman come on up.
I, Kenneth Sherman, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education member according to the best of my ability.
Next we will have our Student Board of Education rep, Matthew Stevens, come on up.
I, Matthew Stevens, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education Student Representative according to the best of my ability.
And now Randy Hoyt, as the last board president, can you come up and have Pearl Horn take her oath?
I, Pearl Horn, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of District Clerk according to the best of my ability. Okay, we're going to move on to D, nomination for president of the board. I did receive 2 letters of interest from Allison Douglas and Randy Hoyt for the office of president of the Board of Education of the Central Square Central School District for the 22-23 school year. I'm going to start with, we're going to do a vote. It can be show of hands. It doesn't have to be you don't have to say anything, but, so we'll start with Allison Douglas. If I could get a show of hands for everyone who is voting for Allison for board president. And then just give me a moment. Okay, and then I will take a vote for Randy Hoyt, if you'd raise your hand. Okay, so now I need a motion to accept Randy Hoyt for president of the Board of Education.
I'll motion.
Lori, and I need a second.
Second.
Christie. And a vote, please. I need a vote for the motion, so. I need a vote for the motion for accepting you as president. Okay. So, all right. Okay, Randy Hoyt has been appointed president of the Board of Education for the 22-23 school year, and I'm going to ask if you would come up, please. And I do have to have you taken off again for board president.
I said, you know what? I didn't say it. I said.
I, Randy Hoyt, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education President according to the best of my abilities.
Well, thank you, everybody, to start with. At this time, I'd like to do a nomination for Vice President of the Board. The district has received one letter of interest for Lorraine Wood for the Office of Vice President of the Board for the 22-23 school year. Can I have a motion to accept or vote? Do we do vote first?
Motion to accept Lori.
To accept Lori for the Vice President of the school board?
I'll make the motion.
And second?
I'll second.
And all in favor? Looks like it's unanimous. Lori has been appointed to Vice President. Congratulations, Lori.
Thank you.
Yep.
You have to swear.
It's all
I, Lorraine Wood, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education Vice President according to the best of my ability.
Yep.
Okay, item E is the appointment of board officers. Letter A is district clerk, which is Lisa Fox. Then the deputy treasurer, which is Stacy Gleason, and then district clerk is Pearl Horn. Kind of motion to accept these offices. I'll make the motion.
Second.
I'll make the motion.
I'll motion.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Looks like it's unanimous. Item F is the appointment of board officers. Letter A is district clerk, which is Lisa Fox. Then the deputy treasurer, which is Stacy Gleason, and then district clerk is Pearl Horn. Kind of motion to accept these offices.
Second.
Christie, and Ken. And all in favor for these? Okay, that's unanimous. They are not here, so we're going to do their oaths later. Next is the board appointments. First one is school physicians, which is New Concept Medical, Dr. Hamilton, Dr. Freeman, and Valerie Myers. Chief Medical Officer, which is Dr. Hamilton. School physicians fees, school attorneys, central treasurer, Title I, Title IX, Section 504 compliance officer, Title I compliance officer, safety and emergency coordinator, records access, which is all of these are usually Maureen, records management, post-bond issuance, Medicaid compliance officer, board of directors for OCM, director of cooperative health, Dignity Act coordinator, data protection officer, tax collector, internal claims, external auditors, internal auditors, district clerk pro tem, architect and construction management. And a motion to accept item F.
I'll motion.
That's Lori.
Second.
That's Ken. And all in favor? It's unanimous. D, we're going to jump down a little bit to the board representative to the Oswego County School Boards Association. Is there anyone interested in that position? I've done it before. I'll do it again. I have no problem with that. Adopted board members. We can start off with anybody have any specific building or position that they want or have had before? If not, I'll just.
I'll take the middle school.
Okay.
I'll take the high school.
Okay, we'll do middle school. We'll have Christy. And Allison was interested in the high school. How about A, Cole? Anyone?
Chance has got kids in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take Chance in there. She's not here, so we get to pick where she's going to be.
I'll do
Absolutely.
Hastings Mallory again.
Okay, Lori wants Hastings.
I'll do Brewer Tim again.
Ooh, Steve.
I'll take CSI.
Remember, we also have the transportation department and maintenance department too, right?
Who said CSI? I thought I heard. Yeah, I thought he thinks he's funny.
Just take CSI.
That's what I said, Miller Hawk. I knew it to back end. We all knew it.
What is that, Lord, not yet?
Well, that's him.
That's the same one.
Okay.
Okay, Miller Hawk Elementary.
Well, that's
Miller.
Ken.
No, I'll take the
Ken's- Yeah, there's no
Okay.
CSI.
I think that's why he wanted
He
it.
thinks it's quite comical. Mr. Murphy, would you like Transportation Maintenance Center? Any? You can do one, both. Transportation Center, they have awesome food there. I'll just let you know. What was that?
I'd be more interested in the school.
Oh, I mean, you can always go to one. You want to double up on somebody with somebody? We can do that too. With Ken? He can be your mentor?
Yeah.
I can take transportation center too if you want me to.
Oh, John would like that. Where are you, Hastings? Do you want to give him on Hastings? Let him be in the school for the first time as a new board member?
Oh, I don't care.
Or is that what you were saying? You would switch to transportation, or you wanted to do both?
Sure.
I
do
can
both.
do both.
Oh, then,
But I
yeah.
mean, I can, if he would like to do that, I'm still gonna volunteer at
Right.
Hastings.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't limit you to a building. It
Yeah.
just, they kind of like if they have any questions, if you're happen
Would
to
you
be
like
there.
Hastings?
I'll share Lord Hawk.
You want to share Miller Hawk? Then Lord,
Yeah.
keep the two.
All
Yeah.
right, okay.
And I'll do the maintenance center. I have no problem with that. Next is, which is number F, is Board of Education voting delegates and alternative delegate for the New York State School Boards convention on October 27th through the 29th. It's in Syracuse this year. Delegates, alternate?
The voting delegate for the Bisbee?
The voting delegate, yeah.
Yes,
It's in Syracuse?
It's in Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah. Syracuse, but I do think that that's. Wait, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Pearl.
Pearl said it's going to be online, the voting this year.
I read
Is what we
something
heard.
up from NISBA, and I don't believe you have to do it at the conference. I think they're gonna give you a link, so anyone who
I
wants
might.
to be the voting
just has to be present for that 4 hours or
I have to
whatever.
look at my dates.
I don't, if no one else wants to do it, I'll do it. I've done it before.
Well, and the good news is you don't, it's in Syracuse, so it's not like a long drive.
So we'll put you down. We'll put you down for the delegate for now.
Yeah, Chris is down.
And who's my alternate, Stacy?
Yeah,
Yes.
Perfect.
he can walk over from the federal building.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone interested in attending, you know, we can do that too. I mean, Lori and I just said, it being in Syracuse, that we have to check dates, but we might be interested.
So you want to do just a quick explanation because we have some newer board members and we didn't have it during COVID.
Sure, fire it up.
So NYSBA is the New York School Boards. They have great sessions that you can pick to go. Sometimes there's conflicts because it's either in New York City or it's been up at Lake Placid, but this coming up school year in the fall, it's actually going to be in Syracuse. And you have hotel rooms and whatnot because they generally like to, you know, have dinners and whatnot, and then people come and speak at the dinners and things like that. You don't have to stay at the hotel room, but that's basically, it's here in Syracuse. So if you are interested, do you give the dates on that?
27th through the 29th.
October 27th through the 29th, and we usually really do find out who wants to go, so we can.
Yeah, we approved them actually tonight. So we kind of do need to know if you want to commit, so we can approve it, and then if things change, you can back out of it, but we're approving it right now because there's a cost associated with it.
Pearl, you usually double check before you book any hotel rooms or anything like that, right? Because I don't know that I would stay in the hotel, but if everybody else is, then for, you know, camaraderie or whatever, I would.
And registration is August 1st.
So-
It's going to all open up on August 1st.
Okay.
Tom, could you repeat the dates, please?
Yes, October 27 to October 29.
I've-
I'm going to be in Florida.
Put me down and I'll let you know.
Put me down.
And then if Chance is interested, she'll just have to let you know, and then it would have to get more. Yeah, smart.
Tom, where is it, you know?
Not sure not sure. I'm guessing probably,
They usually do it at a hotel.
At the On-Center? I'm guessing the On-Center.
Syracuse.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Next is item G, which is policy committee appointees. We can have up to 4 of those. And basically what that is they go through the policies before they come to the board. Any takers on that? Allison?
I haven't done it. 5 years. Lord knows.
Anyone else interested in?
I could do policy again.
Okay.
I promise I'll show up.
Me too.
It is at the On-Center in Marriott in Syracuse downtown.
And I'll do the policy also. Allison, Lori, Steve, I almost said Ken. I was having Freudian one
It's 10-7.
there. Maybe it's gotta be.
It's the look.
Next we have is the audit committee, which is we can have up to 3 people on that. Any takers that are here? I don't know. Allison?
Are you gonna need someone for the safety committee?
I don't see them on my list.
Tom, are we not doing that anymore?
The safety and emergency.
We didn't put it on there because it's not required.
Oh,
Any of
okay.
you can come
Well,
to
then I'll do
safety
audit.
committee. We're hoping to get the required ones.
Right.
I'll do audit too.
Steve and Kristen.
Steve, Allison, and Christie. That's what I have. Okay, just gonna go through real quick. Oswego County School Boards, will be myself, and then I have for item E, which is adopted board members, I have Chance for A. Cole, Steve for Brewerton. Middle school, I have Christy, Lori for Hastings Mallory, I have Ken and Mudd for Millard Hawk. High school, I have Allison, and transportation, Lori, and I am doing the maintenance center. Item F is the voting delegates. I have Christy and Steve with myself, Ken, and Mudd interested in it. Item G, which is the board policy. We have Allison, Steve, myself, and Lori. And then audit committee, I have Allison, Steve, and Christy. And a motion to accept.
I'll make the motion.
Steve and Christy, all in favor? Okay. Item H is the authorizations. Do those in the entirety unless somebody has a discussion on those. I have a motion to accept item H.
A motion? A second.
It's Mrs. Wood and Mrs. Fishman. And all in favor? Item I is the readoption of the Code of Ethics and current policies, regulations, and procedures, and a motion to accept.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Gonna guess Ken and Lori.
You keep saying Ken.
Why do I keep saying, it just reminds me, Steve.
No hair.
How would you both say both
Yeah.
of this?
That's gotta be it. All in favor? Item J, we're going to take in its entirety, appointment designations for the District Committee on Special Ed. A motion to accept.
A motion?
Lori and Ken. And all in favor? And item K is approval of the NYSIR insurance coverage for district employees and Board of Education positions. And a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Steve, got it right this time. A second. Lori. And all in favor? Next is item L, the reestablishment of reserve funds, and a motion to accept them the way that they are.
Motion.
That's Christy, and a second.
I'll second.
Steve. And all in favor? Okay, and a motion to close out the annual organizational meeting.
A motion.
I'll second.
Christy and Lori, and all in favor? And we got a time at 6:23. Thank you. Go right into next one. What's this one? Okay. Gotta do the flag salute, yes? Okay. Nice, okay. At this time, at 6:24, I would like to call this meeting to order and do the flag salute.
We don't?
I didn't do it. See, I told you.
We have it on tape.
Okay. Next is item B, is the approval of the meeting agenda. Can I get a motion to accept the meeting agenda for July 11th agenda?
Motion.
That's Christy and Lori. All in favor? Okay. Any community open forum? Oh, okay. Oh, you have to answer that? Oh, okay. I forgot this. My fault. I didn't read this ahead of time. Rhonda Rhodes was a retired TA who just passed away recently. She had 22 years of service, and she retired in 2020. So I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for her. So if we could, that would be great. Thank you. Item C, community open forum. We have any fun stuff, Pearl? No, nobody? Okay. At this time, a special presentation to the board. They don't have anything. We have a proposed executive session. Can I get a motion to do this for matters discussing the tenure of 6 particular people with no action to follow? Can I get a motion?
Motion. I'm sorry. We do have,
Yeah, we have action for administrative position. We do have action.
Oh, okay, so there is action to follow. Okay, with action to follow. I'll adjust that. Can I get a motion to accept, I'll read the whole thing, to discuss matters leading to the tenure of 6 particular people with action to follow. Can I get a motion for that?
I'll motion.
Okay, Christie, and a second?
Second.
With Ken, and all in favor? Okay, and 6:26.
Yes.
Be right back.
So we will go, come right back. Be right back.
You got these, mine. You got too much going on.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to make ask for a motion to come back out of executive session. It is 6:44. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Christie and Mud? And all in favor? Okay, at this time, item E, personnel and instructional, non-instructional personnel. Can I get a motion to accept the instructional personnel, non-instructional personnel?
Motion.
Christie?
Second.
And Laurie? All in favor? Do you want to do this or you want me to?
Go ahead.
At this time, I'd like to congratulate Dr. Heidi Sweeney as our new P.V. Moore High School Executive Principal. Congratulations. I just got a question for you over there. You've been trying her shoes on over there because you got some big shoes to fill over there. Item F is the consent agenda. I'd like to take this as in its entirety. Can I get a motion to accept the consent agenda? Mrs. Wood and second by Christie. All in favor? Reports to the board. I do not have anything. Does anyone else have anything?
Tom, I saw the, I just actually have a question about the middle school. Have we heard more about what's going on with the traffic planning and all that with Hastings?
So we have two different things going on, so if
I
anyone-
know that, I got your email about the
Yep.
high school.
Good, yeah,
Not talking
so-
about that, I
correct,
I know
yep.
we're planning on putting another lane in. Is that all that's happening, or is Hastings considering doing
So
something
you're
else?
talking about in front of the middle school?
Middle school, yeah.
Yeah, so right now, we're still in that waiting phase. We finally got the approval from the DOT to have another way of egress of heading on. Maureen, we haven't got any more information for them, correct, regarding specifics?
No, now once the voters approve the capital project, now they're scoping it. It'll be months for the architects to draw the plans and put it together.
Okay.
Then they'll submit it to FED, which will then be months again, and then we'll bid. So that would be next summer, will be the start of the capital project.
All right, but we're good to go with respect to, because I know that was the hurdle before, was the
That was
county
the
and
hurdle.
the town
100%.
and everything else. We're clear on all.
We're clear, we're finally cleared on that. It took 12 years, but we're finally clear.
Anyone else?
Yeah, so Tom, the scores, we could look to get the reading scores for the end of the year?
Yes, so at the next board meeting is gonna be all data. So we finally have, from what we had said before, for the reading scores, that's gonna be part of Aaron's presentation in
Okay.
August. And we'll be able to break down exactly where we are by building.
Okay.
Yep, and then also we're gonna look at all of the goals. So then the secondary the percentage of students who are failing 2 or more subjects, that's gonna be the next one. We don't wanna put it all to the reorg meeting, so in August, we're breaking, that's our whole data meeting.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Most exciting meeting of the year.
I have a question, or not really a question, a comment. We need to talk about having a board retreat, and I know I bring this up, and every year we have a lot of new board members, and a board retreat would be very beneficial for all of us. So I'd like to work on who we can get to do it, and pick a time when we can do it. Okay?
So you want people to think until like the next board meeting, Lori, and then kind of come with ideas at that one?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, before we had your, Rena, didn't you do one of our board retreats? Yeah, so BOCES did one, and really with, we've got so many new board members, and it's not bad to have a refresher for those of us that have been here for a while.
Rest of the people?
Yeah.
Tom, in prior discussions about this, did we talk about having Bethany or somebody like that lead
Well, you can design it any way you want, really, a board retreat.
We did, and so I think the board was leaning towards, since we've had such a turnover of board members, that they were in favor of doing something like that, and Bethany would be able to then come in and then do like the ed law part of it, and then we could kind of also then use that as an opportunity to talk about any of the big pressing things that are out there right now that Bethany can also have with you guys. And again, just kind of review the roles of the board as opposed to the roles of the district, so everyone has a clear understanding. But yeah, Bethany would be great.
Yeah, and then maybe we could do, board goals after we get Tom, so maybe
Yeah,
like
it's all part of
September.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Anyone else? Mr. Calabufo, Superintendent's report.
It's a quick one. Ms. Gallagher and Ms. Bazile held a 7th cereal box drive to benefit Hannah's Pantry, a local food pantry. They collected over 120 boxes of cereal. We are so proud of their willingness to help those in need. City PR shared good news with the district. The Square Root newsletter from the winner featuring all of the departments was selected for a nationwide school PR award. So great job to City PR. Graduation was a success. We've had numerous parents contact us. They were thrilled to be able to be back in to the SUNY Oswego venue where it was unlimited on how many people can come. And they were also thrilled that it was air conditioned, and many of them are very grateful of that, because you never know what kind of weather we're going to get. Abigail College received a $250 Jacqueline A. Dimmick Memorial Scholarship from Peace Incorporated Big Brothers Big Sisters Award with a brief ceremony held on June 22nd. She was the valedictorian of the class of 2022, so congratulations to Abigail. That is all.
Thank you, sir. Item H1 is the approval of the first reading of proposed district policies, which is item 3220, use of assistance animals, and then student gender identity. I get a motion to accept H1. Lori, and second?
I'll second.
Steve? And all in favor? H2 is the approval of the second reading of proposed district policies, 1511, public expression at board meetings, use of email in the district, education services for married and pregnant students, gender identity for students, executive education opportunities, safety conditions and prevention instructions, career and tech education, instruction in certain subjects, patriotism, citizenship, and human rights education, and instruction for English language learners. I get a motion to accept those for H2. Laurie?
I'll second.
Okay. Steve, I'm gonna call you Ken. All in favor? H3 is the approval of the 22-23 food and cafeteria supply bid resolution. Can I get a motion to accept H3?
I'll make the motion.
Steve and Christie. All in favor? Okay. H4 is the approval of the 22-23 cooperative purchasing bid resolution. Can I get a motion to accept those?
A motion.
Christie,
I'll
second. Steve. All in favor?
I'll make a motion for H5, approval of the 2022-23 specialty bid resolution.
Thank you. And second?
I'll second.
All in favor? H6, the education law 2D opt-in resolution.
I'll make a motion.
Christie, and second?
I'll second.
Steve? All in favor? H7, which is approval agreement to resolve case 57305. That's Lori. And
I'll
second. Ken?
Ken?
That's
Oh,
what he said.
I thought you seconded.
I look at him.
He's looking at him.
I heard it over here.
Just keeping it moving.
All in favor?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Christie, motion to adjourn. Okay, second.
I'll second that.
I'll call you Steve this time, okay?
It's all right.
Motion to adjourn. Thank you, everybody. 6:54. Have a good evening.